What makes your retirement enjoyable? Is it the free time? Is it the money? What do you think? There has actually been research done in Australia to answer this question. They asked 100 Australians who really like their retirement and 100 Australians that are struggling and find it difficult the same questions to figure out what makes the difference. Today, I want to share those findings with you. Welcome, I'm Sabrina from Retire On. I tried to answer the question, what makes retirement enjoyable, good and successful? And I came across this book here. It's written by Michael Longhurst and it's called Enjoying Retirement, an Australian Handbook of Ideas, Strategies and Resources. Actually, Michael Longhurst was planning his own retirement when he heard different stories of people who are really liking their retirement and people who are struggling. He was really engaged by this question, why there is such a difference, and he decided to postpone his retirement and signed up for a Master by Research at the University in Melbourne. The findings of his research are summarized in this book. Today, I want to share them with you. Research finding number 1. Engaging in a purposeful activity for more than 5 hours a week. Well, actually, most people go through a stage of honeymoon in their retirement. In the beginning, they travel, they engage in all the activities they always wanted because they have all this free time now. But 1 to 2 years after their retirement started, they get bored. One way to avoid this is having a purposeful activity. But what is a purposeful activity? It's something meaningful, something more engaging than just staying active. And if you're lucky, it even may generate some income. Do you have an idea what this could be for you? Well, I'll give you an example as well. If you always wanted to learn scuba diving, do it. But if you just go diving here and there after you completed your certificate, it's not a purposeful activity. However, if you go to the Great Barrier Reef and you support a research program there by counting fish or cataloging corals, then it becomes a purposeful activity. Think about what this could be for you. Research finding number 2. Retire at your own free will. Yes, this makes sense, and I'm pretty sure for most of us it will be the case. But there is an increasing number of people being forced into retirement by companies reorganizing or by health problems. Let's focus at this retrenchment. So what does it mean? People who are being forced into retirement often carry hard feelings towards their colleagues who can stay on. They can get angry or they look at themselves and think they were the problem. They have a very low self-esteem. So what do? Well, it's very important that you deal with those feelings. If you don't, it may result in some emotional health problems. I had a look around and I found a very good website set up by the professionals of Australia called Heading for Retrenchments, 4 ways for a better outcome. In short, these are the 4 points they suggest that you address. First, managing your reactions. Second, give serious consideration to the assistance offered. Third, proactively look for more support if you need it. And fourth, focus on the future and build on the past. There's also a really good booklet published by Beyond Blue. It's called Taking Care of Yourself After Retrenchment or Financial Loss. It actually gives you specific strategies what to do in such a situation. For both of them, I've put the links below in the description and I'll encourage you to have a look at them. Although they're Australian resources, I'm pretty sure you can apply them to any other country. Research finding number 3. Being financially independent. Yes, I think this makes sense. In this video, however, I will only cover the research findings. I have a different video that shows you how you can organize your finances for your retirement. So what did the survey say? Well, people actually think that the government pension barely covers the necessities of life. They think that if you only rely on this pension, you will face some financial difficult situations if you still have a debt, like, for example, you have to pay back your mortgage or you're supporting your children. They also think that it could get quite difficult for you in case of an illness or an accident, because you don't have any resources, well, financial resources to cover such an event. And they also think that it quite limits you in what kind of social activities you can participate in, because you simply don't have the money to buy entry tickets all the time. Another thing, and it's more a general thing, is that people are worried to simply run out of money if they only rely on the pension. Research finding 4. Retire at 55 or younger. Well, actually, this didn't come as a surprise for me, but the reasons behind this finding actually made me think twice. The main reason people indicated why they wanted to retire early is that they've seen their parents retire at 65 and shortly die afterwards, and they don't want this to be their case. The other reason they indicated is that they wanted to have time to engage in the activities they like or build their own business while they were still young. So retire at 55 or younger, well, sounds nice, doesn't it? But how do you actually do that if you still have a mortgage to pay back or if you're supporting your children? Well, have you considered semi-retirement? It means that you quit your full-time job and you pick up an activity that can generate some income and is something that you really like. So I'll give you a few examples. For example, if you have a special skill like speaking another language, you'd become a freelance translator. You offer your services and you only pick up work in the time you want to work. Or you could write a book and publish it on Amazon. Or how about an Airbnb tour guide? Well, did you actually know that exists? Well, it's quite fun to do for certain people, I think. Well, I've put all the links for those ideas below in the description. And I also have a different video that goes more into depth of how you can generate income in semi-retirement. Research finding number 5. Having someone on whom you can rely on for emotional support. At the moment, you have your family, but also your co-worker to whom you can turn to if you need support. Once you retire, however, the second group, the work colleagues, may disappear literally overnight. So where else could you get support from? I think it's a good idea to find a social network based on your interests. Do you like knitting, reading, or biking? Well, there's actually quite a few websites that link people with similar interests. For example, there's Meetup, Gumtree, or even Facebook groups. Go ahead and look around if you can find somebody who has the same interests as you do. Or if you need some more professional support, you might find it in a religious institution, municipal counseling services, or at organizations such like Beyond Blue, Lifeline Australia, or Manline Australia. Again, I've put the links for those organizations below in the descriptions. But your main support group is and will stay your family. Just sharing your situation with somebody may decrease your stress. Research finding number 6. Proactively maintaining your health. What does it mean? It means that you're active, follow a healthy diet, and go to the annual health checkups. Being active and exercising may put some people off, but actually, half an hour per day is enough to maintain your health. But what if you're on a budget and you can just sign up for a gym? Well, there's actually quite a few events around. In Australia, those events are hosted by the city councils. For example, Brisbane City Council's program is called Active Parks. They offer Pilates, yoga, dancing, or aqua classes. Go ahead and have a look. Below in the description, I put the links to the websites for the major Australian cities. But if you're not in Australia, there's a different website I suggest you go and have a look at. It's called Eventbrite, and it lists events and active groups for the most major cities in the States and some of the UK. Have fun browsing through it. Research finding number 7. Planning for retirement, receiving pre-retirement advice and education. Well, the research has shown that if you plan for your retirement and you get some advice or educate yourself about the subject, your retirement is going to be more happy and enjoyable. But planning for retirement doesn't only mean financial planning. It also means planning for what kind of lifestyle you want to have when you retire. But where do you get such advice? So most people turn to friends and families. But when you do that, please keep in mind that those people's expectations and values may be quite different to yours. Another way to get information is, for example, through your employer. Are you working for a big company? Chances are pretty big that this company runs retirement courses or seminars. Another way are online courses. I found a very good one at Udemy. I've put the link for that one below in the description as well. It walks you through all the steps of retirement so that you get the best retirement possible. Another idea is at the libraries. Here in Australia, there are free courses run by the libraries for retirement planning. Go over to your library and ask. Maybe they're running one. And last but not least, you can keep watching my videos and you get more information about retirement planning and the life after retirement. So these were the 7 research findings. Let's have a look at them again. First, engaging in a purposeful activity for more than 5 hours a week. Retire at your own free will. Retire financially independent. Retire 55 or younger. Having someone for emotional support, proactively maintaining your health, and planning for retirement, receiving pre-retirement advice or education. So, what do you think about all of this? Please leave a comment below. Like and subscribe so you get notified when I post a new video. Also, head down to this description and find all those useful links I mentioned in the video. Also, I wanted to let you know that if you buy something through one of those links, I may get a small commission. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.